Hey guys, it's Great Britain Pacific side. They start out with $17, and this is what I like to buy with those $17: infantry, two artillery, and a tank. The reason why is because if you look at the Pacific side, you have some stuff, but it's all kind of congregated in one area. Because basically, what you're trying to do is you're just trying to protect India and keep it alive. Now you can help Great Britain down here in Africa, and that's what I intend to do, but only to a certain extent. Now the other thing is we got the Middle East here, and we kind of want to take over the Middle East, get those extra $2, those extra infantry, see if we can't take out Iraq and keep that away from the Italians. And the other deal is we can't move into Chinese territory because then Japan will think that's an active war, and then they will attack us. And that means we provoke them, which means that America cannot get into the war early. We can't attack Japan because then that will bring that means Japan will attack us, and then that means America can't get into the war early. And so what we want to do is we kind of want to stay neutral to Japan and see if they will attack us without us provoking them. That way, I'm trying to think of the words here. That way America can get into the war early, because we want America to join the war as soon as possible. And so we're not going to attack any Japanese units. We are going to attack a few Italian units, but that's about it. Most of our stuff is going to be non-combative, actually. So our only attack move is we're going to take this transport, pick up an artillery, and an infantry from India. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and attack Italian Somaliland. The reason why is because I've seen the Italian player, and what they'll do is they'll take Anglo-Egypt, Sudan, they'll take British Somaliland, and then they'll take Kenya to try to keep the British from getting their $5 IPC bonus for controlling all their original territories. And so I want to stop that and hinder them as best as possible. Plus, if we could just get rid of this Italian threat in our backside, then all we have to do is worry about Egypt and just sending troops to Egypt and then taking over North Africa, and then we can deal heavily with Italy after that. So this is going to be the only attack move we've got, but we're going to gather our navy. So we're going to take the battleship to sea zone 37. We're going to take this infantry and go into eastern Persia, which is pro-allies. And then we're actually going to bring these two infantry back and this fighter back to India. We're going to leave these guys in Malaya because we can't afford to give it up, really. And so we're just going to leave those guys there. And basically what we're doing is we're just consolidating our forces here in India. And if China keeps Yunnan, keeps taking it back, then Burma will be safe. And if not, then we can go and take Burma. Now these two infantry in Kwangtung, there's not a whole lot we can do. I suggest leaving them and waiting until the opportune moment to strike, take out some planes maybe. We just kind of have to chip down the Japanese Air Force because the Japanese don't really have the money to keep their Air Force up and running as high as it is right now. So if we can knock it down by half, the Japanese are like, oh, well, we still have a decent-sized Air Force. We need other units, and then they'll spend money on other things, and that's exactly what we want. We want to get rid of that Air Force as quick as possible. So leave these two infantry here for now. Leave these infantry here for now, and then gather up your forces, and then we'll have we'll place another infantry, some artillery, and a tank. So now we'll have some armor and some units that'll buff up our infantry. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this little battle. So we got an infantry and artillery. They'll roll the same because they're both, because the infantry is bumped up to 2 with the artillery. There's the hit. And the Italians, let's see what they do. They got a hit. So we both lose an infantry. Now, I like to use these Commonwealth chips just so we can signify that these are Pacific troops and so that they have to be dealt with separately. And that's basically the only reason. So I think that's about all we're going to do. Basically, I only use these chips whenever they intermingle with the European side and vice versa. If the Europeans come over, I just use those chips to signify that they're from one side or the other. So we've taken Eastern Persia. We'll move into Persia next turn, get an extra couple dollars, so on and so forth. All right. I think that's it. So now let's go ahead and let's place some units here. Well, obviously, we're going to place them all here in India. So tank, infantry, to artillery. All right, there we are. So India is pretty well protected. Now, India made $17. They didn't take over any new territory that was worth anything, so they'll still make $17, except they'll get their $5 bonus for controlling all their original territories. So that's good. So now we're going to be jumping up to $22 next turn. The more money the British and Anzac can make, and the less Italy can make, the better off we'll be in this game. Alright, that's it, and I will see you guys in the next video.